I wonder when this video will hit 1 year. Will it be February 28th or March 1st? Because it's leap year and it's the 29th. So we'll see. Citizen Kane came out in 1941. It stars and is directed by Orson Wells. And this film is just, it's known as one of the best films of all time, if not the best. And I don't truly believe it's one of the top 10 best or whatever, but it definitely deserves to be called one of the best top, maybe 50, 100 of all time. And my little story with it is that on my first viewing in December of 2018, I think it was, I appreciated the movie, but I didn't really enjoy it, if that makes sense. Like, I was like, okay, everything, it has amazing elements, acting, cinematography, writing, direction, but why do people call this their favorite movie or one of their favorites? But after rewatching this last night, I can definitely see why people call this one of the best ever made. If you don't know what I'm doing, every single month of 2020 I'm reviewing one classic film, so a film that came out before the 1980s, and this month I chose Citizen Kane as it's, well, one of the most well-known films of all time. Even when I grew up not knowing that this film really existed, I don't know why, but I remember the words Rosebud, and I don't know why I remember them. But I remember the image of the globe falling out of Charles Foster Kane's hand at the start, where he dies, you know, and then it sets up the whole movie. But I think I know why I didn't really love the film. Like I appreciated it, I believed it was an A-plus film, but I didn't oh yeah, that's one of my absolute favorites. And I think it's because of the big plot hole. If you don't know the big plot hole, the story is Charles Foster Kane, in the opening scene, dies. He says, Rosebud. The globe drops, but he dies alone, and all these reporters trying to make up a good story, but they want to know what Rosebud means, all that. And the thing is, he died alone. How did they know he said Rosebud? And on my first viewing, I couldn't get behind the fact that one of his maids or someone in the house just heard him say Rosebud because he was apparently alone. But this time I was, for some reason, able to get behind it. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure that's the reason. Citizen Kane is a film that inspired so many films of later years, like even Blade Runner. You see shots that they're kind of compared. And it really is one of the most important films of all time because it is way ahead of its time when you compare other films of that time even. Now, not only did Orson Wells direct the hell out of this film, he is perfect in the lead role. They don't make films like this anymore. It always impresses me when people are able to direct and star in a film. Like, first thing comes to my mind of recent years, Bradley Cooper in A Star is Born, incredible. It is just incredible that they're able to do that. I don't understand. And the writing of this film is just brilliant. Now, there are so many scenes where this time around, I was just like, Jesus, that's an amazing scene. Like, one of them, I don't even know why I love this scene so much, but it's one of the early scenes where they're outside. And there's just something about that scene which really, I don't know. I don't really know any words to explain it in that bad way. And then everyone, of course, knows the clap. That. And it's just, this film, it just, for some reason, I feel like it just gets better as it goes along because not only do the scenes, they kind of get more intense and stuff, but then you look back on some of the other scenes and you think, God damn, that was a great scene. This film honestly is great, and I know this review is shorter. There's a million reviews of Citizen Kane as it is one of the most famous films of all time, one of the most important films of all time, but really, almost all of the leading actors are just fantastic in here. Now there are some things from the 40s where it's like, you didn't do this, and some of that type of acting, but really, who cares? Citizen Kane is one of the most important films of all time, and on second viewing, I didn't just appreciate it, I loved it. I'm going to give Citizen Kane an A+. Thank you for watching another one of my classic film reviews. Next month, I think, is On the Waterfront, starring Marlon Brando. Last month was 12 Angry Men. Please check those out, and I will see you guys next time. Over and out.